All right.
Well, ho, 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 everybody. Happy Halloween. Good to be back. Good to be back, everybody. My name's Magic 8 Ball. I'm the local bebopper of the glove working thingamajiggy. We got Justin here with me today.
Yo, what's up, dog?
And we're just too blessed to be stressed. Thanks, so thankful for our audience. So thankful for everyone who plays in the beloved gloveworks servers. We're just so grateful for everyone's loyalty, dedication, addictions, love and support, you name it. I hear there's a lot of people getting gloveworks tattoos these days. It's honestly flattering. Just the other day I was at the grocery store, and I kid you not, I saw a mom with a tramp stamp, gloveworks tramp stamp. She bent over to get some Cookie Crisp in the cereal aisle. And there it was. Lo and behold, a gloveworks tramp stamp. I couldn't believe my eyes. I couldn't believe it. But I mean, it makes sense. We are global. We are worldwide. We are a force to be reckoned with. So there have been some happenings in the Counter-Strike world. Small updates, but large, though. They changed jumping forever, so now people use like a microscopic unit further or taller now.
I just watched a video about that from 3 Clicks Philip.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
If it's actually different, that kind of sucks. Like people just having to, I mean, ideally it wouldn't affect things. If it actually is microscopic, maybe it won't affect like nade lineups. But if everyone has to get new lineups,
it's reported
it
that like the nade lineups that are like very sensitive have been affected. So but it's like I think like 1% of lineups are affected that like, that are that precise where they're like, need to hit the perfect unit measurement or whatever.
That's brutal. That's brutal for the op server as well, with all the smoke grenade lineups that we use.
Exactly. I know there's a lot of people in the server. I'll catch them. Usually 3 or 4 in the morning, there's people in the server just practicing smoke lineups. And it can make or break a round, really. I hear that's actually the best way to get kill streaks is to just do a smoke lineup and just, kill everyone through the smoke.
That's right.
So that's actually fun. Imagine a smoke grenade in the server that deals damage. So when people go in the smoke, they start taking like 20, 30 damage a second. So after 4 seconds in the smoke, they'd be dead.
So it's like that's called a Molotov.
No. Or maybe call it a monster smoke. And you throw a smoke grenade, and then a monster comes out of it and eats someone.
I mean that's potentially possible if we're able to, when a smoke grenade's thrown, if we're able to figure out like the origin, then we can draw like a sphere. I don't think we can. I don't know if there's like a property to say whether someone is inside a smoke or not. Yeah. If there is, then it's very simple. If not, then there'd have to be some maths to do it, but it should still be possible.
There should be a smoke grenade where you get for getting like 100 kills and no deaths. You throw the smoke grenade, and anyone that goes into the smoke grenade gets banned from the server.
So that's how we ban cheaters? Just throw a smoke at them?
Yeah, you throw smoke. But that's kind of an interesting, so at this point, especially because now Valve has no excuse. because we're on Source 2 engine, so they can actually do like pretty much anything in the new engine. I wouldn't mind at this point if they like I don't like they you leave core Counter-Strike alone, all right? But then like for an operation, they release a silly game mode where they do some like maybe a little bit of Valorant shit or whatnot, or just some like new technology or something, in a casual servers only, or like just to play, just to spice it up a little, start. I'm not even sure. I'm not even sure. Yeah, a little. It's call it a fun game mode, and then they've got some rocket launchers implemented. Maybe some rocket. So like the TF2 soldier or whatever guy who can so you can rocket jump. So you go boom, you aim your rocket at the ground, and you go boosh, and you start bouncing around and stuff. I don't know, just maybe a little bit of X-ray vision, like I think Sova in Valorant has a little bit of X-ray vision when he does his ult.
What's Sova? What does that mean?
It's a character in Valorant. I'm pretty sure.
What the heck? And you just casually drop that, thinking I know what you're talking
Oh
about.
yeah, that's right.
I've played Valorant for like 2 or 3 matches, like when it was released.
I got you the beta. Oh, didn't you play on my account? Cause yours didn't work or something, or
I don't know. I'm pretty. I don't remember. I probably just waited. I don't know. Um, but I do like the idea of having I agree that with Source 2 there should be more. Even it probably wouldn't have been even limited to Source 2, but
no, definitely
I
not.
think I think that
It's an excuse though. They're like, oh, the old engine can't support it, but now it's all the new
right.
fancy shit. So
So like having just more for fun stuff, like you just described, like X-ray. So like just having
yeah,
like power ups.
or
And I'm thinking like Quake, where you like there's like power ups on the map. Imagine if you
oh,
could
that'd
just
be
like
fun. Yeah, little power ups, and maybe they're all throwables. So maybe an X-ray grenade that goes like
they have
boom,
that. They have something like that.
pulses out, then pulses back in, and anyone it touches gets exposed through the wall.
I swear that actually already existed, like in Danger Zone, did it not?
No,
There was some grenade, not a grenade. There was some
no,
throwable.
I am a huge Danger Zone fan.
So
I
then
miss it
maybe it
dearly.
was part of an operation or something. I swear there was some uh utility that existed in Counter-Strike Go where you throw it and it would like wherever it landed it would show uh people through walls. I'd have to look into it. I'll try to look into it right now.
While you look into it, I'll further expand on this idea. Um, like if they just work, I mean, why don't we have a single player campaign? Why not? They started to do it in the operations, because there's even like when you're developing maps, there's like things for like co-op and like for bots to do certain. So you can like you could start to program like levels that had bot characteristics and stuff to interact, and some people did make some pretty intricate little modded maps that tried their best to emulate like a single player experience. But I mean, yeah, why don't we have like something kind of cool to fuck around with in Counter-Strike that's like single player and like challenging? Cuz when you're in the op server and you're idling against the bots, like dude, sometimes you get this bots that's pretty wicked nasty and kills you a bunch. Like they could I wouldn't mind like trying to play some single player shit. In CS:GO there were some gnarlier like pretty difficult single player map campaigns, so to speak. I guess I have looked into this pretty extensively when developing maps in CS2 to try and build a good bot experience, and at the time I could not do it. That was about 6 months ago. I doubt they've developed it further to support a good bot mechanics into maps to create a single player experience, but I don't know. But I mean, at least they're updating it a little bit, so they're looking into some things, fixing a little bit of things. Might just month to month we get a small little update. So, ay. What are we gonna do? Did you get any luck there? With whatever you're looking at.
I'm looking. Because I swear I remember being in Counter Strike Go on a server and seeing this, but I am not finding what I'm looking for. So
Gosh darn
maybe
it.
maybe it was in my imagination.
Gosh darn it.
Maybe someone else knows what I'm talking about though. That's listening. Please verify that I'm not crazy. Whoever is listening, thank you.
And yeah, I like your idea of what little like Quake. They got the little what would you call them, right? The locations on the map where you pick up power ups. A little power up, a little speed boost, whatever. Just so they could go as crazy or as mellow as they want. Like a mellow would be, you get 1.5x speed, so you get to move a little bit quicker, right? That'd be a funny little thing. Or they could just get crazy with it, where you get, what about a water gun? Why not? Water gun could be fun.
That would be fun.
Give us some spy cameras. You could shoot a camera or over like I know in Splinter Cell you could look at a wall. You could shoot they call it a sticky camera. You shoot a sticky camera and then you can look around the wall. You know what? All they need to do, like actually quite literally, is steal shit from Rainbow Six Siege. They have so much crazy like techie shit from Siege that would be so fun in CS. Like the little buggy car that you go zip zoom around it with a camera on. Dude, that'd be hype. It'd be so hype. I can't imagine that shit being like that hard to develop these days. Like seeing what the Source 2 engine can do. Like what Source 2 engine, it's got Dota 2, it's got CS2, it's got Half-Life Alyx, now it's got
Deadlock.
and the beloved Deadlock.
Like there's no, it's not a technology issue. It's just whether they like what you're describing doesn't make sense to put in competitive. So it would just be a separate for fun
Yeah,
thing.
exactly. And that's what we want. We want some fun, baby. Give us
And
our fun back.
I did find what I was looking for. It's called a tactical awareness grenade. It came with Operation Wildfire.
Tactical awareness grenade.
It's only available in the co-op strike mode.
No shit. Is there a video?
It latches onto a wall,
Okay.
and it'll beep and send and granting a 3-second X-ray.
So it'll oh wait, you blipped out. A stun? What's it do?
Sorry. So it's a grenade that you can throw at a wall. It latches onto the wall. It'll beep for 2 seconds, and then after 2 seconds, it emits a sonar wave, which reveals nearby enemy positions on the radar.
It really.
And it grants a 3-second X-ray, which is a red outline through walls and smoke.
Holy shit! They did it
on like the players.
They fucking did it already.
Yeah. So what you were describing, it's a thing,
and it's from 2016. So they used to make this game cool, and now they stopped. Fuck, dude. Man, that's really lame. Here, I'm gonna bring up this YouTube video real quick.
So CS:GO's Operation Wild.
Oh, whoops, mute that. Okay, so let's see. Scanning through. Really, no, it's gonna be too hard. So, okay, it's hard to show off visual stuff on a podcast, because how many people are actually tuning in here? All right, I found us a guest. We got a guest lined up for the show here. He'll be joining here in a few minutes, folks. Who will it be? Nobody knows. Mysterious guest. Mystery guest. Post in the comments who you think the guest is going to be that's be joining the show. Join the voice chat
Don't
in
even know who.
gloveworks. When you're ready, I'll pull you into the gloveworks podcast secret channel. Boom. All right.
Very
Um,
exciting.
yeah, I'm at the edge of my seat, trying to figure out who's going to be joining here. Yeah, so with the update, the update affected like the jumps in the game by like 0.01 to like 0.02 like of a unit measurement type of thing. So it's like quite literally microscopic. And it also broke surfing even more than it already was. So they put a command in where you can just basically just disable the update. So you at this point like a server has to choose, all right, do they want the new updated jumping mechanics or do they want surfing to work? You cannot have both currently. So they're basically fucking geniuses over there at Volvo.
It's interesting how quickly they uh, created this option. Um, it's a quick acknowledgement to community servers,
True.
uh,
True.
which I've never expected Valve to do.
And they did say, they said e.g. like in example like surf in the update. So
Exactly.
they acknowledge that surfing is real. And it does exist in CS2. So Valve knows we exist. I don't know if that's good or bad, cuz it's basically like we have like a father, but like, and he knows that like he's our father, but like he never talks to us. Um I don't know.
Right, right.
I don't know if that's what's worse, right? Like or so basic, it's like him talking about us, he mentioned our name, right? In like um an annual or corporate like letter of like the company's update, and he mentions like his son or his daughter in the update.
Yeah.
But he
It's
but
like
he,
he in an official manner he'll acknowledge, but there's no like
yeah.
personal like
Yeah.
real like acknowledgement. It's
But
just only for the sake of showing, oh, if it's really important, I must acknowledge, then I will.
yeah.
So
Like so
yeah, yeah.
so it's like on our birthday we don't hear from him, you know.
So I will say on the flip side, if this is a so this is a good thing, but it's also not good because if they're acknowledging that the problem with this jumping thing is it made surf like clip, but like that's still an issue. Like it was still an issue before this update. So if they are like acknowledging that that issue is a thing, but they aren't like maybe that means they have been aware of the other issue with surfing that has just been ongoing and they've just not been able to fix it. And that means that like surfing's just always going to be messed up.
I don't I don't I have a hard time believing that the issue with surfing is like unfixable, right? Like it's like not that crazy. Oh, and I mean for anyone listening that doesn't like hasn't tried surfing yet in CS2, ultimately like you get stuck on ramps like a mofo in CS2, and like to the point where surfing's like you'll just like hit an edge and then shoot up in the air, and it's terrible. Like it's a very very bad experience. So yeah, tough shit. All right. So let's see. We have our secret guest here. I'm going to drag him in. Welcome, sir. Welcome to the podcast.
Hello.
All been waiting for.
Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you Vio, a loyal, dedicated, beloved member of the gloveworks community. Vio, thank you so much for taking time out of your day to come have a chat. I know I literally just messaged you about 5 minutes ago to see if you wanted to come on the podcast, and here you are. Thank you so much for coming on a moment's notice.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having me.
So have you been keeping up to the Joneses with the new CS updates?
I haven't read the patch notes in a while.
All right. Well, it's nothing special. Um,
I did see the one from like yesterday, maybe, where they adjusted like the jump precision thing.
exactly. Yep.
Yes, that's
Yep.
what we're
That's
talking
it.
about.
That's it.
Yeah, that's the only update that I can remember where they've like intentionally fixed something for community servers.
Yeah. You're right on topic. It's like you've been spying on us.
That's literally what we were talking about
That's
before you entered the call.
crazy. We're just talking about
Hell yeah.
surf servers, and I just told people that like if you haven't played in surf servers in CS2, like they're fucked. Like the ramp
Oh yeah.
bugs are just fucked. And then
That was the first thing I did when I got CS2. I wanted to see how surf and B-hop worked, and it was complete trash.
yup. Yeah, they made it better, but like it's still I mean, surf is just absolutely fucked. Like yeah, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Like they like right. So when you surf in CS2, like you run into like an edge on a ramp. They have a plugin on the server that like fixes your movement, but there's still like a massive jitter on your screen. And the server lets you know, like, all right, corrected your movement. But it's just like, it feels so bad. It's not like a smooth, like, experience. And I really hope they fix that because, just watching surf videos on YouTube is so entertaining, like a talented surfer. And on the cool, like, beautiful maps, like, I feel it's such a vibe. Like, it's like a lo-fi, like, video or just something you put on in the background. I fuck with it.
Yep.
So I guess what we do with new guests on the podcast, and I guess I'm always curious, and because it's not something I really ask people about in the server too much. And all. So how do you remember how you found the gloveworks server when the first time you joined or started playing here regularly?
It has been so long.
I know
I can tell you that I started opping, like not Gloveworks, but just op servers in general, at least back in 2015. Like the
okay.
OG 24/7 op DM Lego 2.
Yeah, for sure,
That's where I started. And then I followed like all of the other servers. When did Gloveworks start? Like the op server?
2013, I think. Pretty sure,
Damn.
yeah.
Yeah, I think I played every other server. So like I went VLG, SNG,
Yeah.
iGlobal, Ego, and then as they all fell, eventually
yeah,
I made it to Gloveworks in like
that
2018.
that makes sense. Okay, so yeah, 20 or yeah, probably around 2018. Okay.
When it was still, 18,000 points for bird food,
Got it.
all that shit.
Got it. So what? So if that's going to be 2018, so we're at about 6 years now.
Yes, sir.
Hell yeah.
The
So
kids call Unk status.
pretty much. Yeah. Like yeah, you're playing not only just a video game for 6 years, but a video game in a specific server for 6 years, That's some dedication right there. And that's my
It's a banger
favorite thing.
server.
That's my favorite thing about just community servers in any video game is that like they can create this environment where you get to know people and see people like on a regular basis for like quite literally years, right? Whereas like in the Valve casual servers that you join, like it's just a random group of people that you're never going to talk to or see again, like most likely.
Yeah. Dude, I queued into a casual match and fucking Zahir was there.
No way.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Like, what are the odds of that?
Yeah. Yeah, I've run into several people during matchmaking over the years. And then the thing that's the most flattering is because since I have Gloveworks in my name on Steam, um, like people will be like, or they'll recognize. Anyways, when I'm in matchmaking and like I don't even know the other person, like, yo, I love your servers. I'm like, yo, let's go. I'm like, I'm all blushing and bashful. I'm like, oh, thank you so
Kicking
much.
your feet.
I'm like, hell yeah, hell yeah. Love your servers, bro. I'm like, yes.
That's how you know you made it.
Yup. Yeah, you just it's hard to know the scope of like what what how popular is a server. Even all like how popular are all these like gaming communities that we know like like you were saying like the iGlobals, the SNGs, the GFLs, the egos, the Hell's Gamers. Like I know of them because I'm just like in the trenches of like CS2 and the CS2 community servers and whatnot. But like Hell's Gamers, do you know of them?
Yeah, I think they used to be huge, right?
Yeah, definitely huge.
I think I played their source servers.
Exactly. They still, I'm pretty sure Hell's Gamers still hosts their Counter Strike source 24/7 crack house server. Um,
Oh yeah.
I hope they do. Yeah, I still log on to Source and play in that server. That's a vibe. That's where I actually started opping in op servers, and that's the game I played when I like fell in love with Op India V2. Um,
Ah,
yeah,
India.
yeah, Op India V2 24/7 server by Noob Galores. Back in the day, baby. We're talking about
Oh shit.
2009, probably 2000, 2008, 2009, probably something like that. Probably
You
not
got kids like Siwu who weren't even born then.
exactly. Yeah, that's when I was doing all this op and stuff. Just fell in love with it. The vibe, the clutch. Nothing's bad. I love a fucking round in opping. I love it when I see it. Look at the top, and I'm like, oh, 1v5. I'm like, let's go. It's time to lock in. Clutch the round.
I
Uh,
feel that.
So, so you've been playing in the server for like 6 years now. You started doing just, the 24/7 op Lego 2. Where would you put your like rating from like 0 to 10? We'll go 0 to 100. 0 to 100 op Lego 2 as a map.
Hmm. Solid like 82.
An 8-2.
I know it's not that popular now, but
It has fallen off, I will say.
it is kind of the goat.
I agree with you. It is the goat. Um I guess honest I mean I th- I think objective even though I don't personally like it, I mean it is the goat. It has the fundamentals. It's
Yeah.
like it has like the foundation of like what an op map needs to be. You need to have a ramp that goes to a platform.
That's
With some
about it. You got the ramp and then you got the upper lower separation.
exactly.
Of course with some side angles for a nerd to sit on.
Yup. So if Lego 2 is sitting at an 8-2, without I'm not asking for a rating. So do you have a favorite map?
Really depends on how I'm playing. Because there's times where I am going crazy on Lego Mini because my no scopes are hitting. But then if I'm not hitting, that map is fucking terrible.
So you like a map that you can do well on.
I mean, there's obviously going to be some bias. You know, if I suck at a map consistently, then I'm not going to enjoy it.
True.
But there are maps that I think are like objectively better or worse than others. But I would say my favorite, it's got to be OG Asylum.
The
even if
OG
I'm not doing
Asylum.
well.
Nice. Do you like what is it about the map that you enjoy?
I don't even know. I think I like how you can play it a bunch of different ways.
Yeah.
You know, upper, lower, side, and you don't have to do the same thing like every round.
Yeah.
And it doesn't really depend on how your team's doing. So like the thing that I don't like about Doodle is that if your team sucks and you lose upper, like you are fried. Asylum, I feel like I can isolate 1v1s no matter how many teammates I have.
I agree with that. I enjoy Asylum kind of for the same reason cuz I like a lot of times I'll play Asylum like I'll just spend like 10 minutes just knifing. Just like send it
It is a
down
great
mid.
knife map.
Go for a knife. Even up top, as exposed as it is, there's enough cover up top where you can kind of just hop between all the boxes on the top platform and shit. Drop down. Great knife map. Great no scope map. You can just do some no scopes there. And then yeah, like you said, even if you want to get sweaty on it, you can just you can isolate so many fights because there's just the right amount of cover. And it's a smaller. It's small enough. It's big enough. Yeah, it's a great map, truly.
The goat, the real goat.
Yep. And what's your least favorite map? Let's hear it.
I'd have to do some digging and look through the old like map pools
Oh,
because like so some of those maps
the maps that just
that
aren't
were
even
just
around
like
anymore.
universally terrible that got removed immediately.
Yeah.
No, I used to hate Op Fast.
Oh no.
Holy shit, I hated that map so much.
Oh, why?
I don't really remember because it's been a while since I played that map. I just know that I felt like I had to play it in such a bitch way to get kills. Like the most effective thing for me to do would like be camping and play those headshot angles
Dude,
because there were a
that's
million of
why it
them.
was so fun. I actually loved Op Fast
Oh,
because
I
of that.
hated
The
that.
headshot shit. Oh my god, it was gnarly. It was like playing in like a Deagle headshot server, but like an Op headshot only server.
I think it would go hard as like a scout map
I could see that.
to like make you hit headshots. Like okay,
Yeah.
I'll take that.
What do you think about having headshot only rounds in the server?
The op server. Oh god, I feel like most people aren't good enough to leverage that.
All right. Let's implement one round a map, and we'll have Danny Troy rounds, and everyone is forced to crouch, and everyone has to crab walk around.
Hell yes, I am a big fan of that. Anything Danny Troy related.
And yeah, Danny Troy actually does really good on Asylum as well. He just he just chills in one or two spots, and he starts racking up some kills sometimes.
I think I saw him go like 20-6 once.
Yeah.
Like damn, okay.
So outside of Counter Strike, what are you playing, Bo?
See, everybody's gonna make fun of me, but I played Destiny. Destiny 2.
That's not bad. I mean, what?
Oh my,
That's
I get so much
perfectly
shit.
acceptable. What are you talking about?
Tell fucking Haxer that, bro.
There's nothing wrong with playing Destiny
Or
and shit.
Digits or whoever. I
Like,
love that game.
bro, like, dude, Haxer's making fun of you. That fucker's playing Honkai Star Rail. What the fuck? Like,
Probably as we speak.
yeah, he's playing the Gacha Honkai Star Rail. I mean, dude, it could get so much. There's like so many other games that could be 10 times worse than that. You know, like you could be playing like, Mickey's Playhouse. Or who knows.
There's just something about that game where it's got that shitty rep.
Well, yeah, it's like, there's like that one and Warframe, right? That are like pretty
Yep.
similar. where it's just like you just get your task to do and you go do the task, right? And you just keep doing it, and it's co-op, right? You can like do stuff with people and shit.
Yeah, up
There's
to 6.
is there PvP?
Yep.
So there you go. So what's the PvP experience like in Destiny?
So sweaty.
Is there
So sweaty.
what's like time to kill? How many times do you need to hit someone to kill them?
It's pretty high. See, I like Counter-Strike because of how low it is,
Yeah.
but Destiny, well, they have different modes. They have a mode that's basically like Counter-Strike where it's like, you know, 2 headshots and they're dead type thing. But normally, if you have like a rifle, you got to pump like 10 bullets into them before they die.
Oh, okay. And then what about like headshots?
Oh, that was with headshots. Yeah, like
Oh my
if,
god.
if you're if you're body shotting, you gotta put 20. Like it does so little
Holy
damage, bro.
shit. And then like do they have heals and stuff?
Yeah, they got plenty of abilities in that game that kind of shake it up.
Dang. Did you ever get into like League of Legends or Dota?
No, I tried Dota once and I hated it so much.
Are there any like new games that have come out that have caught your eye?
I don't really play new games. I don't have the PC for like the newest stuff.
Okay.
So I think the newest thing I've
Yeah,
played
wait,
is
you don't
like
have the P
Cyberpunk,
but I mean then how many frames are you running on CS2?
like 100.
Oh, okay. Honestly, that's like barely acceptable these days. Like 100
Yeah,
100 FPS. Damn. So what resolution do you run?
I'm on 1920, 180, or,
Oh,
or 1080.
native res, dude. Holy shit.
Yes.
I can't play a native res on CS. That's crazy.
No? Are you a
I stretch
4-3
that shit.
gamer?
Yeah, 4-3 stretch.
Disgusting.
Dude, it's just it's not the same game if it's not stretched. Like you just have to stretch it. That's one thing that like I don't know Valorant. I can't get used. Like I don't like that game because they don't let me stretch it. They're like, oh, we'll stretch your UI, but we won't stretch the screen. I'm like, what the fuck's wrong with you? Just let me stretch it. Like, what's wrong? Like, why? Let me do what I want with my pixels, dude. Fuck off.
Yeah, I don't get the stretch hype.
It's just I don't know. It's just something about it. It just makes everything feel better.
It's like I've heard it makes like aiming easier.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
like I tried it when I was on a laptop and I had that tiny ass screen. I tried stretching to see if it would help me out. I don't know, it just felt so bad.
So, you mentioned so did you played Counter Strike Source presumably? Yeah.
Not before CS:GO came out.
Got
So
it.
I never played, that prime source.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
But there were still a good amount of people that stuck the source. So I'd play like the 24/7 Office DM or the gun game servers,
Yeah.
some combat surf if I was feeling freaky.
What's the thing you miss most about CS:GO?
Probably all the servers that just dropped dead whenever CS2 came out. Because I would go through the browser, the much better embedded browser, and I would just search around for random servers, and I played so many hours of community servers, and then it feels like most of them are just gone to never return.
Yeah, it's very sad. It's very sad out there. I mean, that's kind of the one of the reasons I'm even doing all this stuff, or at least just even this podcast, even just keeping the dream alive, keeping the
Yep.
server active, like keeping people engaged, because um yeah, just it seems like every other little community game server in Counter Strike is kind of dead now, and it's very sad. So I'm gonna do what I can to keep this baby alive. Uh, I'm proud of what we've been able to do in CS2. Even seems like pretty much 99% of all the other communities haven't been able to successfully capture and grab their community and bring it over to CS2. So,
Yeah, it seems like most of the ones that are like niche, so like not the, the office or not office, the Dust 2 DM servers that like just everyone knows about. Feels like all of them are just dead.
yeah, I guess it's curious why we haven't seen a spike in those. I guess it's the discoverability of like those servers, because I feel like, okay, so in CS:GO, like a Dust 2 like 24/7 DM server or something, like people just hit the community server browser and found it pretty quickly, right? But now since the browser's
Yeah,
fucked, like your casual person in CS like has a very difficult time even just finding servers like that. So I maybe the only reason our op server has been able to succeed is because people were already like understanding that like how niche and like how underground back alley the community already was, that like they're like, oh well, you just gotta like fucking figure it out and find it. So it was like status quo almost, maybe, I don't know.
I think that's very possible.
Who knows. So are you a gambler in the server?
I was before Hilo got revamped.
Oof.
They used to be my goat, and then now it's I lose after 2 turns every single time.
Yeah. Oh, dude, I one day Hilo, it's still there, dude. I went up 50K off of Hilo.
Oh
Uh,
man,
in one day. I started the day at 60K credits, and I gambled high low all the way up to 100K. I mean 110K. So I had 110K credits, and I'm like, I'll just stop here. And then I forget who was in the server. Someone in the server said I need to get to like 1337 or something like that. So I think I just needed to get like 2,000 more, and that's when it snowballed. And I snowballed all the way back down to 60K, and then I stopped.
holy shit!
I was on a hot run, and then I kid you not, like the cards and shit I was pulling, it would just fuck me over and over and over and over again. So like, and dude,
50 losses.
I probably spent 2 hours in the servers gambling, dude.
You need to be physically restrained.
Um, I didn't go negative on the day though. I went up 60K and then I went back down. So it was tough. So you can still hit some good streaks in high low, but there's also a huge downside to it. So like I'd be curious what the actual odds are of high low, or if you were to like, yeah, I don't know.
Right, I need to calculate like the optimal amount of turns to cash out after.
Yeah, yeah. And like, yeah, if you hit your first on high low, you say low, and you get the low card. Like, what's the next preceding card you should or should not take? And what's the risk associated with the cost benefit analysis? Yeah, we're gonna have
Just
to.
write a script that gambles for you.
Yeah, I've thought about that, because I was like, after the entire session, I'm like, what what did I just do with my life? Like, what's the point?
It is crazy levels of gambling.
But I'm not a gambler in real life, so I think that's the fun to me of the gambling system, is that like it's because it's an ego thing, right? Like I just want to say hit up Puop and be like, because I was well past Puop at the time. Puop was like 80K. I was 30K past Puop. So I just wanted to message him like, bro, you're not the best gambler. I am. And that's basically what gambling in any casino is. It's an ego thing with money. I got more money than you, right? Because it's like the context of money is just how much other money people have relative to you. But in this, it's just a smaller community of the ego thing. But it's still fun because I know all the people that are up there, so I can be like having more credits than them. I guess it's just an ego thing, right?
It's all about that social status.
Do you play in the server like to be a certain like? Do you feel good like, all right, I'm top 10. I feel good about myself.
Mm, I don't really care. Like if points went away, I'd still play.
Right on. But point you
It
would
is nice though.
that's what I'm saying. There is something about the points, like seeing the little, like when you get 3 or 4 kills in a round, like it just feels good to see those little points in the chat.
See, for years I was not good, so I've never fully committed to the like point grinding
Yeah.
mindset.
If you were to grind and really focused, what rank do you think you could achieve?
Let me peep the leaderboard real quick.
You think you could get more points than Nur?
Oh yeah.
Really?
Oh yeah.
There's a potential rank 1 player.
He's
That's
at 1800 right now.
yeah, I mean,
If I
the
sat
number
and I
doesn't matter.
no
It's
lifed and
more
I hated myself for like a month and just sweated my ass off, I could get up there.
You think Nur hates
hmm.
himself?
Yes.
There's no way. There's no way he does. Nur has no shame.
No, that's for sure. He definitely loves doing this shit.
So it's I know you don't look at it, and practically no one listening to this podcast looks at it. But so in CS:GO, we had the Game Me stats. We've actually had Game Me
Oh, I
stats.
definitely look at that.
Oh, you still do?
I abused the shit out of it.
Nice.
Oh, it's gone.
Yeah,
It's
so it's
gone.
literally dead. It's the Game Me shut down literally today.
What?
So it's actually so fucking sad. So I know a lot of people listening, or maybe you do, for the longest time, and especially in CS2. In CS2, in CS:GO, our point system, our stat system was done through Game Me. And you could go to stats.mygloveworks.com and then just in-depth stats on everything and everyone in the server. So you could see your point session, like if you were up or down for each day, how long you played in the server, who's your biggest kill streaks, like recently, I guess. What maps you've played the most. What's your overall performance on the maps that you've played throughout the server, and it would keep your stats there from like years even ago and stuff like that. Like, and I don't know, it was cool. It was cool to see, and you could see like all the top maps in the servers. And the service has now shut down, and so it's giving us an opportunity to put into place, just another. We've developed like our own customs stats leaderboard at this point using some pre-existing systems, but now it gives way for our fearless developer Justin to kind of put something together to see what we can do to keep the stats alive. And I don't know, Justin, what do you think?
Oh boy, you're putting me on the spot here because I was banking on using the K4 stuff, but K4 has gone closed source, which makes things a little more difficult. So for us, because that if something's closed source, it means we're entirely dependent on them, like keeping it up to date, and entirely up to them to fix any issues. It can't be where I fix stuff myself if I find an issue.
Right.
So it does. You are right. It does mean it's either we're entirely dependent on them or I make my own thing.
Right.
I already have, like, I was working on my own thing for stat tracking, like some gloveworks stats plugin. I stopped it when I made a post on the K4 GitHub seeing if they would
Right. Right.
create
Right.
something, and they said they would, and then they went closed source, and I don't know what's going on there anymore. So yeah, uh, there's like I've not touched any of the Counter-Strike plugin stuff for like a month or two now, so it's I'd have to take a look and refamiliarize with what I've got going with the gloveworks stats and see what I need to do. So it's an option. I don't know. There's a lot of stuff that Gamey had that I probably would not include. Like they had these like badges, like uh they had their own like
Yeah.
levels based off the amount of kills you had. They had there was a lot of cool stuff like the daily stats like most deaths, most knife kills, most headshots. That
Yeah,
was
those were cool.
I
cool.
Those
looked
were
at those
cool.
a lot.
Yeah, I agree.
I wanted to be number one in ribbons or whatever they called it.
Yeah, I loved getting most headshots and most deaths
I used to
back
do
in
it
the
where I
day.
would look at like all the individual knives and see
Oh
that it was
yeah,
at like
yeah.
2 or 3. So I just go and I'd switch knives every like 5 minutes, and I just rack up
Oh
ribbons.
yeah, because it was for each individual knife. That's funny. So I guess it's a little harder now since they're closed, but if we find like a cached page of Game Me, we can like take a proper look through on what stuff it felt like blow and what stuff we actually care about, and then create a to-do list on what we would want added to the leaderboard page that Chewy has, and I could work more with him on that to see what uh how far along we can get
Right.
on making uh glove me.
Glove me. And if there's any developers out there listening here that would like to get involved, just let us know, and we can see if we can get you involved in some of the Counter-Strike developments and see what we can put together. But yeah, it's very sad. Game Me is gone forever. So, Vio, whereabouts do you live?
Now I'm in North Texas.
North Texas. All right, so that means you get good ping pretty much everywhere, huh?
Yeah, all the
Good.
the mango versus cherry beef I've never really cared about because I get
Yeah,
like 40 either way.
that's fucking cool.
That's I I get when we had wait, we still have Chicago. I get 30 ping there. So this sucks. I feel like maybe Texas is a lot closer to Chicago than I thought. But I would have thought I was
Definitely
closer.
not. Yeah, oh, you're in New Jersey, so nah. I mean, Texas is definitely not closer to Chicago than New Jersey.
Then my routing might just be awful then.
Yep,
That sucks.
Rico moment.
for real. Oh my god. Oh, that's a great. Okay, so we used to have a guy named Rico playing in the servers in CS:GO. And he played it in the Gloveworks servers more than anyone, and he was from Colombia. No. He's from Venezuela.
Right.
So he's from Venezuela, and he would always play in the Cherry server, and the Cherry's East Coast, and he had like 120 ping or so. So since he played in the server more than anyone, I was like, you know what? This guy's just been the most loyal, the most dedicated, the most op addicted motherfucker I've ever seen in my life. Rico got over 100,000 op kills in the server. Like, that's fucking insane. So I'm like, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna help this guy out. He always gets like 120 ping in the servers. Feels bad. I'm gonna open up a server in his country. So that way he can, and see what happens. So he'll get better ping, and who knows, maybe we'll open up another like successful Gloveworks community in another country. So I put up a server, and I looked for servers in Venezuela. Turns out it's nearly impossible to host a server in Venezuela. So the next best thing I could find is the neighboring country, Colombia. So I put up a Gloveworks Colombia server, and he connected, and he had like almost like 200 ping to it, like worse than he did connecting to the East Coast server for Gloveworks. And I had him do a trace route, and all of his the way his internet was being routed to anywhere on the internet, it was going from Venezuela to the Netherlands and then to the destination. And I'm like, bro, like you're fucked. Like, I'm like, I had him do another trace route to like another server, and no matter what, all of his internet packets were being sent from Venezuela to the Netherlands to elsewhere. And I'm like, dude, what? All of your connection, like all of your routing on the entire internet, you're going to the Netherlands first, and then your destination. He's like, yeah, I know it's really bad. Our basically like our country's so corrupt. like,
what if it's like, oh, you're paying for a cheaper payment plan, so
I
they're
don't
just
know.
intentionally routing you poorly?
He's like, that's just the way it is. Our country's very corrupt, and like, yeah, all of our internet, like. I think their country is so corrupt that the neighboring countries around them won't accept their internet. So they have to make a negotiation with another country to send their packets to like go elsewhere after that. Like, I can't think of any other reason why an ISP would route their country's bandwidth to go overseas and then go come back. Like, it's I couldn't believe it. I could not believe it. Vio, do you remember so we had a Colombia server for Gloveworks and CS:GO for a little over a year. You remember that?
Yep.
Did you ever play in it?
It was decently popular.
It was
No.
very popular. The server was jam packed like 24/7. Like, yeah, they loved the server. Ultimately, I shut it down because, it was just honestly just a cost. It was like $15 a month or so. And for like no real benefit. Like, it was just problems ultimately. Like, because I couldn't administrate the server because I don't speak their language. I don't speak Spanish, so I couldn't really administrate the server. And then all that would happen is I'd get people messaging me, hey, I'm banned in the Colombia server in like broken English. And like, can you unban me? I'm like, I don't know, dude. And just, it's unmanageable. Don't speak the language. And and like, there's no benefit. Like, people are like, oh, I love the server. But like, they'd say it in Spanish. So I'm like, okay. Oh, cool. I'm glad you like it. But like, yeah, this is. Ultimately, they're all poor as fuck. I feel bad for them, and I think a lot of the third world countries now are all kind of fucked as far as CS2. Because if you live in a country of like America and you're getting 100 FPS right in CS2 and you don't have a great system, I mean, Rico was playing 640 by 480 on like Windows 7, dude. Like, I'm not even kidding you. He remote shared his PC with me. He was still on Windows 7. He's playing
unreal.
Windows 7 640 by 480, just trying to like get through the.
And played more than anybody.
Yeah, played more than anyone. He's just trying to escape. Fucking life out there is really rough. It ain't the greatest. So, yeah. If anyone's out here, thinking life's hard, why don't you go to Colombia, where 640, you're just blessed to play 640 by 480 CS on 30 FPS. They're like, finally, I can play Counter-Strike.
I'll never complain about my specs ever again.
That's right. So let's see. So you're playing some Destiny, some Counter-Strike. Are there any other titles that have captured your attention over the years?
Over the years, there's been plenty.
So if I look at your your profile here on Steam, what are going to be your most games played?
Is that? I don't know if that's public.
Games.
You
click.
can see. I don't know.
A
lot of CS2.
So we got CS2 at like 5,000 hours. You have a little over 2,000 hours on Destiny 2. Bro, you have 1,500 hours on Gary's mod?
That's the first Steam game that I ever had.
Okay, so on a
And I
Mac,
played the shit out of that when I was like 8 years old.
and there's like hardcore community server stuff in Gary's mod. Is that what you did in the game?
Yeah. Yeah, that's how I knew how to like navigate the browser
I
for Counter-Strike
see. I
because I'd done
see.
it so much in Gmod. Go
What was
back
like
to
your favorite type of server in Gary's mod?
it was this thing called Dark RP. Have you played Gmod?
A little bit. I know there's RP and all that kind of stuff. Yeah.
So they have like hardcore RP, which I do not fuck with, and then they have just like very light RP. That's what. Okay, that's a bad word 'cause it's called Dark RP, but it was very like it wasn't hardcore at all.
I
And so I
get it.
go
I
in
get
there
it.
and I would just like buy guns and then I'd raid people.
Nice.
That was about all I did.
Hell yeah. And then I'm looking. You have 750 hours in TF2. Holy moly.
I used to be a TF2 gamer,
That's hardcore. That's like a lot of time, dude. Like 750
and I
hours in
haven't played it in
TF2.
5 years.
Damn. So what do you think what the issues with TF2 were? Like why isn't it popular anymore?
Oh, I have no idea. Because a lot of the stuff that I've seen about it has been since I stopped playing. Like apparently they were like servers that were just infested with bots.
Oh,
I never saw that, but that was something that apparently happened quite a bit. Which I could see why that would be annoying. You see a server that's got 20 people, or so you think, and then it's just fucking bots.
dang. Very sad. All right, man. Well, shit. We're coming up a little past an hour, so I think we're just gonna call it a beautiful episode here. Got any plans for Halloween?
No, hell no.
Hell yeah,
I think it's
fucking
gonna be raining where I'm at.
damn, son.
Very unfortunate.
It's gonna be raining in northern Texas for real? Shit.
For the first time in like months too.
Damn. All right. All right, Broseph. Well, thanks for hopping in last minute and having a chat with us. Appreciate it.
Yes, sir.
Thanks for choosing Gloveworks for your opping needs. Any last words for our audience out there?
Nah, man. Just Team Glove forever. That's it.
Hell yeah. All right, peeps. Well, thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next week. Happy opping. Catch you in the server. Happy Halloween. Love you.